It's the biggest consumer electronics and home appliances trade show in the world. It happens in Berlin, first week of September every year, and we take every square centimeter of the Messe Berlin, which is 27 halls, about 130,000 square meters, and about 200,000 people come over the course of the 5 days. The obvious one, I suppose, and we've been hearing about a lot here, is AI, right? AI is everywhere. I mean, absolutely everywhere. There was like nothing like a year ago now, and everybody's talking about it. It's literally infiltrated everything. We're talking about like fridge freezers and stuff with AI now, the things you'd never think would get in there. So that's the obvious one, but I also like a couple of others as well. This year we've been completely surprised by the amount of people that want to talk about sustainability, literally everybody. So for our traditional customers and manufacturers, people like Miele and Bosch Siemens and so on, it's all about energy usage and keeping that down. But there's also more creative kind of takes on it as well in terms of like water and solar panel usage and wind turbines. And that leads me to the other trend that I've noticed, if you like. Some of what you would probably call high engineering or science, whatever, is really coming towards consumer electronics. So now we have, as I said, a lot of people coming with new inventions around solar panels for consumer, like, you know, individual usage. And we have a couple of people who are coming with like individual wind turbines that you can take and put in your backyard. So I always say everything always ends up in the hands of the consumer or in your home somewhere, right? And now it's also in the garden as well. So these things are really coming in, you know. We've got a lot of engineers and scientists coming, and the things that they've been working probably in the last few years that have been like, you know, big feats of engineering before are now coming into the consumer realm. Well, I think what's interesting is conversational AI. So I think that now you could envisage a future. I've seen a couple of like, you know, demos and interest where the front of the fridge becomes like a screen. And so it's actually got your TV on there, it's got your Spotify or other, you know, whatever music channels you like to use. And it really becomes like your personal assistant in the home, because obviously it's there, it's central in the kitchen. A lot of people spend the time in the kitchen, and it can become, you know, literally like your main kind of interface with the smart home of the future. We've got a lot of smart IoT type things at IFA this year. And I expect to see some interesting stuff going on in there. Maybe not this year, but definitely next year. I actually don't think there will be. I think for VR headsets the way out at the moment, it's not something we've gone into. You know, we've not really pushed that sphere. We've not gone after a load of customers in that area. And I think for the point you just made there, it just hasn't picked up. For, you know, while they're still as clunky as they are and look kind of as weird as they do, that turning point is not going to happen. I think they're a staging point on the way to somewhere else. You know, when you can kind of get the same thing that looks like a normal pair of glasses, reading glasses, sunglasses, that could be the turning point. Or when things go like onto your wrist or even into your skin, then that's the turning point. I think the current incarnation of VR headsets is pretty clunky. So yeah, I saw the Apple headset drop. I don't think it's going to be that warmly embraced. Tape cassettes. Honestly, tape cassette players, you know, that ability to kind of make your own music and create your own mixtape and give that to people. I mean, maybe because I'm a child of the 80s and I used to do that with people, that would be my favorite. TNW conference is fantastic. I think, as you know, I used to work at TNW, and this conference has gone up a level, both in terms of like the speakers, the content, the layout, all of the aspects around the logistics. It's a fantastic place. It's a conference I always say punches way above its weight. You know, if you think about the organization and the size of the conference, the people they manage to attract, the sort of topics that are discussed here, absolutely fantastic.